The current state of the trenches, I think it's very important for you and I to talk about some cryptocurrency things, friends. Of course, it's been a horrific year. 8 red monthly candles for Ethereum. It's been sad. I want to go through some stuff here just to show you, friends. So we've got some cracker episode stuff, content your way. Remember, the trenches were formed as a response to the current playground of cryptocurrency industry because the PMI is low. There's not that much demand coming in. So people would just launch high FDV projects. Why? Because VCs and layer chains and these dev dudes, they were looking at valuations from the previous cycles, 2013, 2017, 2021, when the PMI was higher. And they said, okay, we're expecting a large amount of people to come in. Let's make these projects. And what they did is they give themselves like 95% of the tokens. So they think retail is going to come and buy like $50 billion projects. In this cycle, though, we didn't get it, did we? In this cycle, we got a horrific PMI experience, which I can show you here. See, we have 36 months in the pooper. If you look at the previous 3 cycles, 6, 12, and 10 months. So everyone was expecting an environment where you have, PMI 40, 55, 55, 55 to 60 up here. But where is our one? Well, we didn't get it, okay? We did not get it. We're hoping we get it, but we haven't got it yet. So that's why you have all these tokens come out. So what ends up happening is a lot of the people buy the tops of some of these coins and it just doesn't work, all right? In comes in pump fund. So a couple of the crypto industry people, a lot of people say pump fund ruin everything, but you got to remember, man, let's play some angel music for everyone. Pump fund was just a response, okay? The pump fund creators, they make a website and allowing everybody to just mint their own poop coin, and people did, and they traded it. And then I guess the meme of it was, we got the meme coin super cycle birth of it, where people realize that they're just speculating on stuff and they're just holding stuff because they want to be part of a community anyway. So there's no point to just go buy these super expensive $10 billion market cap chains and stuff because none of them have real product market fit. They're not making money anyway, right? Because you got to think about it like this. If you're joining a city or a book club, why do you have to go join an expensive city? You don't have to. They go, screw it, we'll just make our own city. It's all digital anyway. Okay, that's how we got like the meme coin super cycle, the flare up of 2024. So unfortunately though, remember it's still a casino. So all the people come in and they're trying to like buy these memes. Some of them have these mad runners, but they're circling the drain now. All right. I'm going to play for you this clip, friends, from Orangie. And Orangie is going to explain. Remember, Orangie is one of like the poster child of, I think he made like, 10 million, 15 million. He cops a lot of crap on crypto Twitter, but his story is actually pretty cool. He bought like 2 Lambos in 2021, flipping NFTs, and then he lost it all in the bear market. And he was in debt 30K. And then he went all in on one game. And he won this gaming competition in crypto, I think. And he won like $300,000 or $400,000. So was able to pay for his rent, pay off his debt, and then he got a boost. And from that point, he was just there, right place, right time with Solana stuff. I know he's got a lot of controversy with pumping and dumping and stuff, but it's kind of like what, friends, this is just it. There are many people who are in his position. They never got that break. Imagine he never participated in that gaming competition where he won like $300,000 or $400,000 to basically rescue himself off. Let's hear what he says about the trenches up here.
I feel like Vol's been pretty dead now for months, and it's kind of becoming like the same, maybe a couple thousand people PvPing each other.
So yeah, of course, his voice is a bit low. So he basically says volume has been dead for months. He says it feels like the same 2,000 people PvPing each other. And then there was the South Park episode. He goes, the South Park coin, in my opinion, is a 100 million runner, but it topped only at 7 million market cap. So remember, there was a South Park episode. They came out and they go, hey, let's just go make poop coins. We don't believe in them anyway, right? And he says it should have been worth 100 million, but it's only worth 7. But it's just a reminder of the type of environment we're in as well. He goes, I used to have meme coin YouTube videos that did 500K views, but now they only get 50K. So this is boots on the ground is listening to what's actually happening, friends. That's why I draw for you sometimes these diagrams, and I use these metaphors here just so you learn, right? It really is circling the drain. Remember, friends, people are in a casino, okay? And people only come to the casino if they think they can make money. So here's all these people, okay? People only come to this casino if they think you can make money. Once they figure out that this casino actually is full of snakes and you can't win, okay? What ends up happening, got some nice snakes here for you. What ends up happening, friends, is you get that survivorship bias developing. So, you know, we actually have real numbers. So Solana, the what they call the trenches, it used to have like 10,000 people, and then it grew 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. It peaked at 70,000 in like March of 2024. That's when Coinbase App Store ranking, I think, like hit 15 for a day. Pulse Chain went back up to SAC 1 price. Ethereum hit 4,000. Richard Hart used the SAC fund to buy Ethereum, right? At that point. So at that point, Solana's JPEG season, everyone thought it topped. But actually what happened is, as the rest of the market sank, Solana started getting some traction. And you actually see it from the Sol ETH ratio, which is here. So in 2024, everything pretty much topped out against Solana, and Solana started going up. And as new people started coming in, all right, what ended up happening is you could see the daily users, it didn't stop at 70,000. Everyone had thought it went down. It dropped down to like 50,000. But then the daily users actually grew from that point. It went 70, 80, 90, 110. It hit 150. It literally grew into 150,000 daily users. And then, of course, friends, we have the president, Donald Trump. Donald Trump comes in. Trump launches his meme coin after 1.5 years of Solana running up. In November, December, right into Trump beating Kamala Krappus, there was this day, I think the JPEG casino hit 700,000 users in the day. I think that was the number. Now, it could have been a lot of bots and stuff as well, but that's huge. You got to think about that. It peaked. It's never gone that high ever since. So it had, let's play some PUBG music for us. So now you have 150,000 people. It blows up to 700,000, and that was the top. So you got to learn from this, right? Because people came in and they saw a casino, and it's very important, friends. People only go to places where they think they can get value. All right. Now, obviously, everyone has a bit of an argument about what other people are getting value from. What are the people doing holding Bitcoin? Nothing, you know, but people get value from gold, even though they don't do anything. It's just shiny rock. Other people get value from just, you know, holding whatever coin, even though it goes down. So, you know, it depends on each person. But you think investors out here, they're in casinos ready to make money. Okay. Everyone's there to make money. You want to see value growth, right? So what ends up happening is all these people who are playing in the casino, unfortunately, they just start losing money. You know, and we see a few things. There's insiders, there's rugging, there's bundlers, there's every single subhuman filth you can imagine. Just trash, soy, they're dumping, they're extracting. Friends, you remember the celebrity tokens? The celebrity tokens came, and even though Sol ETH was going up, my gosh, friend, do you remember the celebrity tokens were just all straight rugs? And I've just got some posts here for you. Look at this. Lil Pump, 69, 50 Cent, Iggy, Offset, Rich the Kid, all of these 98 and 99% drops. All right. It's kind of wild, friends. You even had Sahil the scammer. So you had all these big drops. And look, you might say, but, you know, were they all destined to go down? I guess. However, like, it wasn't nice for people. They open up, you know, a rapper that they listen to their music from. They see like a tweet of a meme coin or a ticker, and they get in, and literally within 30 minutes to 2 hours, straight rugged. It's just dump, extract, move on. A lot of it had Sahil the scammer. He's some Indian guy living in Dubai out here. But, you know, it was eventually going to happen anyway. You run out. You just run out, friends. When you run out of new people, okay, all you're left with is everyone existing. And because there's no new people coming in to have a punt, people get smarter and they get more fees. They actually get, the market starts getting more efficient. Okay, in terms of like, that's why everybody in the trenches, there's like 28 things they check now before touching the token. You know, is it bundled? What's the supply? Who is it? That's like, you know, you got to be like an expert in that anymore. And that's why the game's pretty much dead. And it's just like DeFi season in 2020. What happened, friends, in DeFi season in 2020, you can actually go back. We can actually see, you don't see it on the Ethereum chart itself, but back in 2020, here we had food token season. It was DeFi. You know, you had your Chainlink going up, Aave, And you had like 500% APY. So people were making a token using Uniswap. And it really was this like renaissance period of stuff that appeared. But eventually, people realized what the game was. You know, after the big collapse, they realized the game is farm a token, dump the crap out of it, run away. Now, no one's doing DeFi. You know, or now DeFi, there's no speculation stuff in DeFi. It's like, you know, basic 6 to 10% yields. They don't run on for very long. They have limited capacity. And that's actually what you see now, that equivalent in the Solana trenches where people were trading, okay? You see people, they know, oh, I'm in a JPEG coin. I'm here to trade. I'm not here for a long time. Yeah, that's it. Everyone loses. You only win when people believe. That's it, man. That's the only reason Bitcoin goes up. People believed in its value long term. Okay. So we're seeing it right now. The volume and the daily users of Pump Fund and stuff, unless they really pull a rabbit out of the hat, it's going to downtrend. So people are going to come in. They want to gamble. They want to feel good. They want to make money, but they're going to go to a new casino. You know, and truth be told, they're going to lose anyway. It's just, you know, they want to go somewhere where they're not getting robbed to their face. You know, like it's the same game. Like, friends, if you go play roulette in Vegas at one casino and then you go catch a plane and play roulette in Macau, it doesn't matter. You're playing the same game, the same odds. It's the same thing when it comes to this stuff, the trading. But, you know, maybe somebody had an ex-wife that they used to go to Vegas with every 2 years, and now, you know, he just doesn't want to go there because it just reminds him of his relationship, so he just wants to go to Macau. He's like, you know what, it's just sick. I'd rather just go lose money in Macau. I know it sounds funny, but that's actually like what happens, especially when it comes to retail or anyone else coming in and investing too in these games. So this is a lesson to learn, right? There is no magic formula. And, you know, sometimes we use the joke word Ponzi. Everything's a Ponzi, but like you need more people coming in. But that's just like the stock market, man. Like Apple needs to keep selling new phones every year. Amazon needs to keep selling new space. They got to keep making more boxes for their box factory. Everything needs growth, right? So we need growth of currency units, growth of people, growth of agents, maybe AI agents in the future. You always need that growth. So that's why, you know, whenever you come across anything, it's important to just take an honest look about the people you're around. Now, unfortunately with crypto as well, like you just didn't think that, you know, would be going on for this long with the valuations that we see right now. But, you know, this is it. If we want the upside, probably this is just part of the story. This is the cross we have to carry, and hopefully things get better. But yeah, the story in the meta will change for sure. It always changes, friends. It went from DeFi, NFT flipping, JPEG. Maybe it's going to be prediction markets. I don't know. But it does keep moving because when people come in, they like a new game where they don't know all the rules yet and it's inefficient to price and they think they can still win. You and I are still going to make it. Don't stop believing. Press like and subscribe, belly button and all. Catch you in the next one.